Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. Before getting into the topic, I want to inform you that this will be the final video in our engineering graphics and AutoCAD series. Going forward, I want to know what kind of content you all want to see next. So please mention specific topics in the comments and let me know exactly what you want me to explain. So I'll be looking through the comments to see what the majority wants, and I'll try my best to select those topics and make videos on them other than AutoCAD, please. And now let's get straight into the video. To give you a quick overview about this video, I have divided this video into 3 parts. In part 1, we'll be discussing projection of points, where I'll be sharing some short tricks that will be really helpful for you all. And please pay attention in this part 1, because if you understand part 1, only then you can understand part 2. So everything is interconnected. So next we'll be learning about part 2, that is projection of straight lines, and it is further divided into 3 stages. Please don't worry about these things. I'll be covering in this video itself. And in part 3, we'll be drawing a diagram in the AutoCAD, which is a question that is requested by one of our viewers who has commented in one of my videos. So we'll be discussing that. And so when I saw this comment, I realized one thing, that making a video on this specific topic wouldn't just help that one student, but it will really help all of you who are struggling to understand this concept. So to all the students out there, or anyone who's watching, this is a video for you. So let's get right into part 1. Now let's begin with the projection of points. So here you can see the 3-dimensional diagram of planes, the horizontal plane and the vertical plane. So intersection of these two planes create a line, which is the reference line. So when we are drawing the diagram in 2-dimensional plane, so we will be drawing a reference line. We'll be discussing this. I will be explaining an example problem as well to understand the projection of points very clearly. You're gonna love this video. So intersection of these two planes will create 4 quadrants, as you can see. So you need to understand this. So any point which is above this horizontal plane will be in the quadrant 1, above HP, that is why we have written. And in front of this vertical plane, that will be in the quadrant 1. Similar way, this in quadrant 2, the points which are present in that quadrant 2 will be named as above HP and behind VP, because it is back of the VP, back side. And similarly, in quadrant 3 and quadrant 4, we'll be having something like this, below HP and behind VP. And again in quadrant 4, that will be below HP and in front of VP. And now you might be wondering, what is this projection cheat sheet? So as I said earlier, I'll be explaining one short trick. So this is it. You need to remember this table. So if you remember this table, you will answer almost every question or any question regarding this concept. So these are 3 columns. One is position, another is reference line, and the other is view. So we have these scenarios, like we'll be getting a lot of questions regarding these. So we'll be discussing the questions as well. So we'll be solving the questions using this trick. So please pay attention in this. This is going to save you in any question. So whenever you see the word HP, it means it is in the front view. The view will be front view. Now whenever you see an object front, so that will be in front view. So basic sense. So you have these 3 cases. Whenever you get this word, whenever you see this word in your question, you get questions right in your exams. So where you see above HP, remember this arrow, above arrow, up arrow. So what does it mean? Whenever you get above HP word, you need to draw a point. So this is all about projection of points. So you have to draw a point above the reference line. So given, they will give you a length. Based on that, you have to draw that point. Above HP means above the reference line. Below HP means below the reference line. And in HP means on that reference line itself. So you need to remember this. Above HP, above the reference line, up arrow. Below HP, below the reference line, down arrow. In HP means on the reference line. So Now we will look at into the VP. VP means vertical projection. So in VP, every time whenever you see the word VP, remember it is top view. So VP means top view, HP means front view. Remember this. And so till now you understood above HP means up arrow, below HP means down arrow, on HP, in HP means on that reference line. So in the similar way, when you see in front of VP, it will be the reference line. The point will be below the reference line. So in front of VP, down arrow. In front of VP, down arrow. You have to remember this at any cost because this is gonna save you. See, you can remember this in a way like in front there is crocodile festival. Please don't judge me. This is a way to remember. You can make any stories regarding this to remember. So all you need to remember is whenever you see the word in front of VP, which means down arrow. So if you see, what I want to say is that in front there is crocodile festival, which means in front there are a lot of exams. So when you get exams in front, so you feel low, like you have to study. There is a lot of work, so you feel low. So low means down. You can remember in this way or any other way you wish to. So in front of VP, down arrow. Behind VP, so your exams have finished. You left the exams, you're behind the exams finished. So your mood is up. So you're uplifted. So behind VP means up arrow and in VP means on. So it is same like HP. Remember this. In front of VP, down arrow. Above HP, up arrow. Behind VP, up arrow. Below HP, down arrow. In HP, in VP, on that reference line. So we will be solving a lot of questions. You will get more comfortable with this cheat sheet. Awesome. Now that you have understood what this cheat sheet is and remembered what it is, so please remember this even if you forget. And this is a question. We will be applying this trick into this question so that you get more comfortable like how to apply this trick. So listen, there is a question. Draw the projections of the following points on the same ground line, keeping the projections 25 millimeters apart. We have to draw these points, 7 points, keeping 25 millimeters distance between each point. So apart distance between 25 will be there. Okay. The first question is A is in the HP and 20 millimeters behind the VP. Did you notice the word in the HP? In the HP. What did I say? In the. In the means on the reference line. So the point will be on that reference line. And one more thing I have to say it is whenever you get this word HP, the point which we will denote, we will label the points like using the alphabets A, B, C, D, whatever. So whenever you see the word HP, you will get something like you have to mention that label as A apostrophe, like the dash thing you can see that. So wherever there is HP, there will be that kind of dash. I don't know why, but it is mentioned like okay. So I hope you got it. So A is in the HP and 20 millimeters behind the VP. Now what does it mean? Behind the VP, what did I say behind? Behind, you left behind the exams. You're now happy, you're uplifting. So wherever you get this word behind the VP, your point will be above the up arrow. You can see, right? Up arrow. So above that reference line. How much distance above? 20 millimeters. As I said that they will give some kind of length. Sometimes they won't give. So depending on that question, you have to draw the diagram. Now coming to the next question, second point is B. The point B, we have to point it and draw it. So B is 40 millimeters above the HP. In HP, there is no problem. Above means up, below means down, in means on the reference line. In VP, you get confused. So in front of VP means down, behind VP means up, and in VP means on. That's it. So here 40 millimeters above HP. Now you say B is 40 millimeters above HP, which means the point B will be up. Above means up, the upward, up arrow, which means above the reference line. how much distance? 40 millimeters distance above the reference line. We will write it as B dash because it is HP, so that will be B dash. So B apostrophe and 25 millimeters in front of VP. In front there is crocodile festival, there is exams, you feel low, so down arrow, remember it, so it will be below the reference line. Basically that is all what you need to do. B dash and B. So B is VP is a you see VP is in front of VP 25 millimeters. So this point B will not have any dash. Only HPs will have the dash or apostrophes and VP will not have any dash. In similar way, we will do the same thing for all other points. C is in the VP. In the VP means on that reference line itself. You can see here, on that reference line we have C. And 40 millimeters above the HP. Above. Like that we will be drawing. Below the HP, behind the VP. Behind means you are uplifted. Up. So 25 millimeters up. Like that. So that is how we need to draw the diagrams. I hope you understood. So likewise we have to draw the points for E and F like that. So I have highlighted with the relevant colors and it will be easier for you to understand. Hopefully you understood. So you can see the word point E is 50 millimeters above the HP and 50 mm behind the VP. Behind means uplifted. Up VP. Okay. So most of the cases you might be confused. What is the HP and VP in this, like which is HP, which is VP? So in most of the cases, the above the reference line, all that part will be our HP only. And below the reference line will be VP. But please don't take it seriously. Sometimes it won't be like accurate. So based on the question and based on our trick, if you follow this, mostly 95% your answers will be correct. So I hope you understood. So the last point is G is in both HP and VP, which means in both. You can see the words in HP. So it will be on the reference line itself. So likewise, you have to, that is why I said you to remember these words and that reference line symbols. So you can easily point the points and label it nicely and draw the diagrams. That's how simple it is. So we've finished the first part, which is projection of points. Amazing! We've come so far. So now let's begin the part 2 of this video, which is projection of straight lines. So we'll start with the stage 1, which is lines parallel to both planes. So we'll try to understand it with this question. That is, draw the projection of a 75 mm long straight line which is parallel to both the HP and VP and 25 mm from each. So it is very simple. Here they didn't specifically mention in this question above HP, below HP, but in most of the questions they do expect to plot the points based on that conditions. So I have choose this questions to explain you clearly. So in this question, what we do is they have mentioned 25 millimeters distance from both the planes, horizontal and vertical projections. So we have drawn in that particular way. So that is how we will plot A dash and A in this particular way. Only difference is this is similar to the projection of points concept, because what we do is first we will plot the points. After that we will draw the line. Like first we have plotted these points A dash and A, measuring the distance 25 mm, and then we will be drawing that line 75 mm distance line. I hope you got it. Only thing is first you plot the points, then you draw the line. That's it. In this, lines parallel to both planes. That is the stage 1 finished. And stage 1 second concept is lines parallel to one plane and perpendicular to other plane. This is another kind of questions most of the exams do ask. So draw the projections of a, let's try to understand this question. Draw the projection of a 75 mm long straight line perpendicular to the HP and 20 mm in front of VP and one of its end 15 mm above the HP. So in this kind of questions where you are asked to draw a diagram which has lines which is parallel and perpendicular, what you need to do is first you check the perpendicular, which is perpendicular. So as per this question, if you carefully observe, where is perpendicular? See, there is a line, it seems 75 mm long. Okay, leave it behind. Just forget about it first. First you see this. It is perpendicular to HP. Perpendicular to HP. So what I said, whenever HP, you see the word, it is front view and VP means top view. So here it is mentioned perpendicular to HP. So you remember one thing, perpendicular means straight line. Okay, straight line. And if they don't mention perpendicular, like there is one perpendicular, there is one parallel or nothing. So perpendicular means straight line, you will get a straight line. So see, here we have HP perpendicular. They have mentioned the distance as well. See, and one of its end 15 mm above HP. Here you have to use this trick. Above HP means above the reference line with a distance of 15 mm. There you will plot that point B. Okay. So they have mentioned at one of its end. End means you can take any end. You can label A or B, whatever you wish. Okay, don't worry about that. So 15 mm above HP, you have plotted this. I hope you understood. So what you have to do, first you have to check the perpendicular. Which is perpendicular, that will be a straight line. So first you will draw that straight line. Here HP is perpendicular. So you'll draw the straight line first, which is 15 mm above. The point will be above and the straight line length is 75 mm. So that's how you draw it. And the rest of the part is 20 mm in front of VP. In front of VP, there is Crocodile Festival. So you're afraid about those exams and you're feeling low. That is why you're plotting that point below the reference line. That's it. So you have this confusion. What is this A parenthesis B? See, VP means what? VP means top view, from top to bottom. Top view. How do you see? First you will touch A dash and then B dash. But here why I have written A parenthesis B? Because VP is top view. So wherever you see VP, you won't get that apostrophes or dashes. Only for HPs we will get the dash. That's it. So this is how we will draw the diagrams in this stage 1 kind of questions. I hope you get it. Wonderful. Now let's begin the stage 2 of this part 2 projection of straight lines. So in stage 2 we will be learning about line parallel to one end and inclined to other. So there is an angle involved in this stage. So when you get these kind of questions, like projection is asked based on the angles. Okay, inclination means angles, that's it. So we'll understand that with this particular question. That is, draw the projection of a 75 mm long straight line inclined at 30 degrees to the HP and its one end 20 mm above it, parallel to and 30 mm in front of VP. Now you're mind blown. I don't understand what this question is. It is your inner feeling, right? Don't worry. How do you read the question? That is also a kind of skill. You need to understand this. See, first, what are the angles? 30 degrees is the only angle mentioned in this because one is parallel and one is inclined, which means only one angle we are discussing. So first what you do is you see these things, like first what are the things given. So you have a horizontal projection and a vertical projection. In horizontal projection they are given a 30 degree angle. Note it down. And they have also mentioned it's one end 20 mm above it. It refers to the HP itself. Okay, so one end 20 mm above it, which means in HP 20 mm above HP. Okay, indirectly they have given above HP, giving the length. Okay, and next parallel to and 30 mm in front of VP. So there is one thing parallel and 30 mm in front of VP. So we know the trick, so you don't have to worry about it. Just note the things what they have mentioned. HP 30 degree incline 20 mm above and VP 30 mm in front of, and that is parallel. Okay, so how do you begin? That is the major question. And they've also given the line, the length of that line will be 75 mm. So in these kind of questions where there is parallel and an inclination, there will be a reduced length. Okay, we'll understand it. So one thing will be reduced. If one projection has an inclination, the other will have the reduced length. So like here we have HP inclination of 30 degrees. So VP will have the reduced length. So this part is VP, this part is HP. HP means front view, VP means top view, as we know that. Okay, so first what you do is, based on these positions, you mark the points. Everything start from the points. That's why I said the projection of points are very important. So first you will point the points. So how do you point it? First point is, they have mentioned 20 mm above it. 20 mm above HP. So you have to draw a line measuring 20 mm above the reference line, because above HP you know that all things. So this is HP. Since it is HP, you will get that dash thing, which is apostrophe or whatever, A dash. And next we have, what do we have? 30 mm in front of VP. In front there is a crocodile festival. I hope you understood. 30 mm in front of VP, so it will be below. VP means no hyphen or dash. Sorted. So first you have plotted the points. Good. Now what is parallel? Parallel to VP. So VP is parallel, right? Here VP is this thing, right? First you draw the line which is 75 mm long. That much distance long line you have to draw. Okay. First you draw that line. Even here also you need to draw that line, 75 mm. That is called true length. There is something called true length and reduced length. So here first you will draw that true length, which is, here we have VP which is parallel to that reference line. Okay, good. We have done that. Now what we need to do is to solve this inclination which is 30 degree angle. That is at HP. Here what is HP? This A dash is HP. So here you will take a protractor and draw the angle 30 degree. Okay, line. Lengthen that line, whatever length it can be. And from this true length you have to cut an arc. So with this arc, you have to drop a line onto this top view. This is top view. See, as I said in most of the cases, remember this. So this will be HP front view, this will be top view. This is VP. So you'll drop a line, and wherever this line cuts, that will be our reduced length. And this arc and this point, join it. It will be 75 mm. So these two are true lengths. This is a reduced length. So this is how you have to draw the diagrams. For one is parallel and another is inclined, like the lines. Okay, based on the angles, this is a stage 2. Okay, well done. Now this is the final stage in part 2, stage 3, which is lines inclined to both planes. So for this particular topic, I have selected the question which was given by one of our viewers in the comments. So to explain that particular question, this is the concept that is needed to understand. So to understand this particular question, you need to understand the previous stages, like the stage 2 and stage 1 of part 2, projection of straight lines, and also you need to understand projection of points in order to understand this question completely properly. So that is why it creates an importance, and great comment. It challenged me to explain all that particular topics, the previous stages and the parts that I have divided the video in that way. Okay, coming back to this question. So what is this topic? The lines inclined to both planes. So previously we have seen that there is one angle and one is parallel to the reference line. So only one angle we have dealt with. Now in this particular topic we will be dealing with two angles. That means in two planes we will be having the inclination. Inclination means there will be angle. So as you have understood in stage 2 that whenever we will have an inclination, there will be a true length and a reduced length. So wherever there will be an angle, the other in one projection, if there is an inclination or an angle, then there will be a reduced length in the other projection, which means if you have a inclination in HP, there will be a reduced length in VP. So in this case, it has two angles, which means in two planes we have inclination. That means in two planes we have the reduced length. So to understand this clearly, let's get into this video. The question. So there is a line AB of 70 mm long, and it is inclined at 45 degree to HP and 30 degree to VP. And its end A is on HP and 25 mm in front of VP. And we need to draw its projection. So what I said, first we will go back to the foundation, which is projection of points. First you plot the points. What are the points we have to plot? A and B. So there is a line AB which is of 70 mm long. Okay. So we have to plot this A and B. They have mentioned in the question A is on HP. Now you know these tricks and everything. So it will be easier for you to understand where to plot these points. So A is on HP. You will plot H. Since HP, there will be a dash, apostrophe or whatever. Okay, A dash. And next 25 mm in front of VP. You know that in front joke that I made you to remember. So that you can plot that point. What is that? And its end A is on HP and 25 mm in front of VP. That end A is only in front of VP as well. So for HP, it is A dash, that is on HP, and on that reference line, and 25 mm in front of VP. So in front means in front there is a crocodile festival, that is your exams, your mood is low and you are downward. So below the reference line, you will be plotting that point A. Only A, because this is VP. It is not HP, so no apostrophes or dashes. Done. Okay, once the plotting is done, we have plotted the points, right? We have to draw the line of true length. So now we have plotted the point A dash on HP. So you have to extend that line because our line is AB, which is of 70 mm long. So wherever you have plotted that line, draw that line with that true length. This is true length, 70 mm. So you will be drawing A dash, B1 dash, and A and B1. Now you might be wondering, what is this B1? B dash, okay, we understood that this is HP, but why B1? Because B1 dash, this is not the final answer or the final point that has to be like, this is not the exact answer. So this is like temporarily we have written as B1 dash. That is furthermore. So this is the first point of like temporary point. So that's how we need to write. Okay. So we have A dash and B1 dash, and here A and B1. Done. So B1 because this is VP, no dashes. Now what we need to do? Now we have to see the question. They have mentioned 30 degree to VP and 45 degree to HP. Now you will check the inclination. Once you have done the point, once you have done the parallel lines or the length, true length, now you will go into the inclinations. So here they have mentioned 45 degree to HP. So what you need to do is, here HP, the point we plotted first, right, A dash. From there you have to take the protractor, place it, measure 45 degree and draw a line of any length. So from A dash you will be drawing a line of 45 degree angle, making it from the true length. Okay. So once you will draw a 45 degree angle on that HP point and 30 degree angle to VP point, since it is mentioned in the question. So what you need to do is, angles done. Now you have to take this true length like we have did in the previous stage, where I have explained one is inclination, one is parallel. So you got to know, right? We will be having reduced length. So from this true length, we will get the reduced length. So this upper portion, the above the reference line, that will be our horizontal projection or front view. And below this reference line, that will be our vertical projection and top view. So from this true length, we will be cutting an arc. As you can see, I have mentioned the arrows so that you can clearly understand what are we doing. So from true length, you will cut an arc, that is A dash to B1 dash, take the compass and make an arc to this point. I mean, the 45-degree angle line we have made, there you need to make the arc. And wherever this arc cut, okay, I will explain it. See, you have to take the true length distance A dash to B1 dash, place the compass and cut the 45-degree angle line. In the similar way, you will be doing for the 30-degree angle. You have drawn this A and B1 from that is the true length, right? From that A to B1, take the compass and make the arc on that 30-degree angle line. Okay, you have made this. Okay, so you have made the arcs in the top view and also the front view, which is nothing but HP and VP. Done. Now what? Now, as I said, whenever there is angle, there will be reduced length. So with one, now let's see, in HP, you got this arc, right? There is an intersection with this 45-degree line and that true length arc. So this point, you will be dropping a line onto this top view or vertical projections line, as you can see here. So this line will be the intersection of this line to this top views line. That point where you can see the intersection, from that point to this vertical projection point, that length is called reduced length. Now successfully we have got the reduced length. Now what we do? Now we take that point. That point will be our B2. B2 why? Because what was that B1 dash to B2 dash we went. And from B2 dash we have dropping a line onto this top view. And since this is vertical projection, there is no dash, so B2. So from this A and B2, we will make a arc. So what you need to do is, you have got the arcs right here. From A dash to B1 dash, you have made one arc. And from, the inclination angle and the true length, you will be getting two arcs from both the projections, like horizontal projection and vertical projection. There will be an intersection. So from that intersection, you need to make a line. See these lines, those are called locus of point B. Okay, since as I said, the top of the reference line will be our front view, so that is why it is locus of point B in front view, and below one is locus of point B in top view. Okay, now why have we drawn? Because it makes us easier to draw the final answer. So you got the reduced length for A dash and B3 dash. So you know how do you got this? See, since you understood the horizontal projection, right? The intersection A dash to B1 dash, you made the arc, and from B2 dash you dropped it to top view. So from that intersection, from that reduced length, you will be making an arc on this locus of point B in top view. In similar way, you will make a arc using the reduced length. See, what you need to do is take the true length and the inclination angles line, make arc, and you will get arcs in both the plane projections. So from that intersection, drop the line on each of the projection. Like you have dropped to the top view and you have dropped to the front view. You can see, right? So from the reduced length, so when we drop that lines, we get reduced length. From that reduced length, we will take the compass and draw an arc onto this locus of points of B, locus of point B. So we will get another intersection. This will be our final answer. From A dash to B dash, you can see this is a final front view, and A to B, this will be our final top view. That's it. So this is how we need to make the diagram. So you might be wondering, how do I understand this? See, I have to mention one more thing. You can see this A dash and B dash. These are front views and AB is top view. And this, I have mentioned it clearly. A dash, B1 dash, A dash and B2 dash, and A B1 and A B3. These are true lengths. And A dash B dash 3 and A dash B dash are reduced length in front view. and similarly AB2 equal to AB, that is the reduced length in top view. So for your clarity, I have mentioned this here. So what all you need to do is you have to read the question properly. What is given, what are the angles, where the angle is given, in which projection angles are given. So read the question properly, peacefully, and understand it. Great job. So now comes the final part of this video, which is part 3, where I will be explaining a diagram that I will draw in AutoCAD. The question I will be explaining in AutoCAD is the requested question. So if you haven't watched the stage 3 of part 2, please watch that, because I will be drawing that particular questions diagram only. So in order to draw this diagram, I've already drawn it once. So I've always try and then I'll test. So once I try the diagram, only then I will explain you. So you can see this will be the final answer for this particular question. This is the correct answer. Please don't worry about it. So first we'll read the question again, because concept is important. So what we have, a line AB of 70 mm long is inclined at 45 degree to HP and 30 degree to VP, and its end A is on HP and 25 mm in front of VP, and draw its projection. What we need to do is, I don't want to waste your time, already this video is getting very long, but don't worry, we will clear all the concepts. So I will take these lines only in order to make the video quick. So first we will be drawing the reference line, which is this, okay, XY. So I will label later because I don't want to waste the time. So as I said earlier, we will be drawing a point A dash first, because we will be drawing the points first. What are the points we have? HP in point, a point A is on HP, which is on HP. So we'll be having this point A dash and B1 dash. I'm directly taking this. So what we need to do is, in this reference line, we will be plotting this point A dash, and I will be drawing this directly. So the line will be 70 mm long, that I'm gonna draw it here. So you can see this is the line. You can place it, you can draw it directly. I have chosen this contrasting color so that you can clearly see it. First we will be drawing this point, okay, A dash. I hope you can see this. This is A dash. From A dash, our first point is finished, which is on HP, and second point is 25 mm in front of VP. So we have 25 mm long. So I'll show you. Take this line and place it to this point, and make sure you own that ortho mode and write 25. And one more thing, please first you set up the complete diagram properly. Watch my ellipse video where I have explained you clearly, like how to set the things like point type, dimensions, units, everything I have explained very clearly. First follow that video if you don't know how to set the things, okay? So we will be drawing this line, which is 25 mm in front of VP. This is 25 mm long. You can check the length. See, this from here to here. This is 25 mm long. Good. Now what we need to do? We need to draw the same true lengths. Here, this is a true length. I directly gonna paste this so that we'll save our time. Okay, I have labeled the points so that you will get some clarity. So now that we have finished plotting the points A dash and A, we will go further. So this is the true lengths A dash, B1 dash, A and B1. Great. So now taking the true length, we will be drawing the inclinations. So for HP we have 45 degree angle. Now how you will do that? Let me explain you. Take a line, place it on this point. This is a 45 degree angle, right? But the length of that line will be of true length, right? So for true length, the given line length is 70 mm. So first you write 70 and press tab so that you will get the angles place. So type 45 because this is a 45 degree angle. Enter. So you'll get this 45 degree escape. You will Okay, so this is how you will get the 45-degree angle. You can check the angle dimension. Here we have the angle of one. Select these two, this line and this line. So perfect. This is 45-degree angle done. In the same way, we will be drawing for this VP, that is 30-degree angle. They have mentioned, right? 30 degree to VP. So similarly, take a line, place it to this point and write 70. That is the length of that AB line, and tab. The angle which we want is 30 degree. Enter. Oh god. So please don't make these mistakes. So what you need to do is place it here and make 30 degree. Wait, something went wrong. Take the line, place it here. Okay. Place it here and write 70. Tab. With this 30. Great. That's how we need to do. So you have to check this thing, like where you are placing that cursor. Based on that position, we'll get the angles. Okay. Now you have to, okay, this is the angle one. You can check it. This will be 30-degree angle. Select the lines. Done. Drawn the angles. The next part is we need to draw these intersecting points. So as I said, we need to take the compass and make arcs, right? So instead of compass, in this AutoCAD, we will use the circles. So take this point, from this point to this point. Okay. Now you got this intersecting thing, right? So you have to plot this point, intersecting point here. Okay. Now enter TR, double enter. We can remove this part which is not needed. Okay. This is also not needed. Not needed. Done. So here we got this intersection. So from this intersection we will be drawing this line. Okay. This can be of any length. I'm gonna take the same line because, as I said, I'm not gonna waste your time. So here it will be. Okay. Oh, you might be wondering, how did I draw this line? So I'll explain you. See, take a line from this intersecting point, draw any length. Okay. Hi. What am I doing? See, here you have to place it and then select this line. Okay. And here you can see lengthen option will be there. Just need to stretch it. Okay, lengthen it. So that is how I have drawn it. In similar way, we will be drawing the locus of point. Okay, this is locus of point. So this is the line, locus of point B in front view. Okay, now we need to do the same thing for this vertical projection thing. So what you need to do is take the circle, place it here, point A to B1. Okay, here you can see the intersection, right? So take the arc, intersection, point. Now again TR, double enter. Wait. Yeah, so here we will remove these unnecessary things. Oh. Okay. TR, double enter. We don't want this. We don't want this also. Okay, done. So here also we need to draw that locus. From this point you will place it, escape and select that line. Here you will have this lengthen option, lengthen it. That's it. So this will be our locus of, you can take this copy. I mean, you cannot do it because, okay. So this is the locus of point B in top view. Done. We have drawn the locus. Now what we need to do? See, this is the intersecting points of both the planes, horizontal projection and vertical projection. So from this intersecting point, we need to draw the line. I said, right, to draw up a line. So from this point to this top view or vertical projection, we will be drawing a line. Okay, here it will intersect. So point that with intersecting point, mark it. This is our intersecting point. So this will be our B2. Okay, this point, you see, this is our B2, and this is B2 dash. Okay, this is B2 dash. Okay, I hope you understood. From B1 dash to B2 dash, B2 dash to B2, this is our reduced length. Okay, so similarly you got intersection here. From here also you need to draw up a line to this top views, front views. Okay, this is front view. So here you got this intersecting thing. This will be our reduced length for this. Okay, this point will be, this is B1, this is B3, because already we have done B2 here. So this will be B3. This is B3. So here comes B3. So this will be B3 dash, because this is horizontal projection. I just want to make it more clear, that's why I'm labeling it. This is B3 dash. Done. Now what we need to do is, from this intersecting points, we need to cut an arc to that locus of points, you see. So from this you get this. So taking the compass you will draw in your paper, but for AutoCAD you can use this circle. So here it is intersecting. Take the intersecting point. Chalo, here we go. Now you can remove this circle, no need. Oh, if you want to know where you got that, you can just do one thing. TR double enter. Remove this, and also this. And this is also not needed. Nor this too. And also this. Done. Good. So this will be our actual B dash. So this is a final required answer for our front view horizontal projection. Now you will be drawing a line from this A dash to, okay, make sure you off this auto mode, and here we go. So this is our actual line. So this is how it looks like, and in similar way we have to draw for this vertical projection. So what you all need to do is take the circle. From the reduced length you need to make this is a reduced length. Okay, you need to make an arc on this locus of point B in top view. Take the intersecting point, mark it here, and with the help of TR double enter, you just remove the unnecessary part. So like this you need to draw the diagrams. Okay, and now you have to just draw this line connecting from point A to this line, this point. Okay, this will be our final answer. I hope you all understood what I'm explaining. So this is it. This is A, B, this is A, B dash. So this is a final answer. So you have to do this like this. Okay, I hope all understood, whoever is watching this video. This is the end of the video. Thank you so much for watching, and all the best.